Well, now, everybody, I am your host, Lambo Drew, and you are now rocking with another edition of The Leverage Show. Y'all already know what time it is, man. I told y'all missed me Tuesday night, but I hope you guys were with your families and enjoying that time and just having time to reflect, having time to enjoy yourself, having time to kind of unwind and definitely see how the wonderful presidential election turned out. You guys already know Lambo Spouter from Ear to Ear, man. But shout out to everybody, man. You guys definitely, man, who are tapped in, man, tuned in, man, with your families that night. So Lambo got a chance to give y'all a wonderful break off for that presidential election night, man. And I'm telling you what, man, it was great. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to all parties involved. Shout out to if you got a chance to enjoy it with you, your family, and everybody else, man, that you guys were with it, man. And definitely, man, shout out to both candidates, man, who are definitely, man, doing their thing. And shout out to the new commander-in-chief back in the saddle, man. My guy, man, Mr. Donald Trump, man, definitely President Trump, man, coming back through, man, to go on ahead, man, and to really do some great things. So you guys definitely be on a lookout because a lot of markets are going to be moving in favorable. It didn't take long from the time of actually him being named. Hey, he won. This is the president, next president of the United States. Guess what? Boom, that market took off the next day. And literally, man, we had some ATHs, which is all-time highs, man, that next day. And I'm trying to tell you this right now. It's been a great time for a lot of people, man. We're going to talk about that and focus on that, right? For some of you and everything, man, who probably were really bitter about the way things may have fared out and maybe your candidate didn't win. And we definitely understand that whoever wins and everything, you should be praying for who's in the White House anyway, straight up. No matter what party that you're in, you should be praying for whoever's in the White House, all right? And don't get mad about, hey, if this one, what if the roles were reversed? You know, what would you do then, right? Don't get mad about who's in there or who's not in there. Your job is to make sure that you pray for whoever's in the White House, but also position yourself to win. Because regardless of whatever they do in that house, you have to position yourself to win. Nothing stops you and everything, man, from actually allowing yourself to go to that next level and really being able to level up. So let's put the shift and the focus on you, right? That's what this broadcast is tonight. You guys definitely want to be a part of that. I'm going to get to the chats in just a minute, man. But let's put the shift and focus on you, right? And I know you guys seen the title, and it was Michael Jackson. And for those who know that B.A.D. spray painted with the red, that was from the B.A.D. for my guy Michael Jackson and everything, man. That edition, that album that he dropped, that was just definitely life-changing. You are not a Michael Jackson fan. I don't know what rock that you have been hiding underneath, but I grew up and everything, man, listening to Michael Jackson. Shout out to my Uncle John, who was like, yo, there's Michael Jackson around here or else. So you already know what time it is. And I was excited to definitely go on ahead and to do this broadcast tonight because this one right here, it's really something that's really going to be critical to so many people if you tap it. And I told this to people. I said straight up, Lambo's going to voice my opinion when it comes to things, period, right? People are saying, Lambo, okay, what to do now? And it's, some people it's 24 hours, 48 hours after receiving news of what's happening and the changing of the guard just getting ready to happen for the new year. What do you do? And I'm already like, we're guns up blazing to enjoy this ride, but also positioning yourself with the right strategy that'll be able to go on ahead and really help shift wealth to you and your family. If you really want to shift wealth to you and your family, I'm excited to help give you some keys tonight that if you pay attention to the keys that I'm sharing with you and you execute, not just look at, but execute, get yourself involved. You probably are saying, Lambo, where do I get involved? What do I do? How do I get involved? I'm going to share that tonight with you because I really want you to get involved and I really want the wealth shift to happen for you and your household, right? That's what Lambo and everything, man, wants. That's what I hope you want. Look, I even got, look at this right here, man. This is loyalty. I got my loyalty dog, man. I know my guy Ryan from Degenerate Passive Income, man, from Bruno X. Always usually go ahead and post the Bruno X dog. I brought the loyalty dog right here, man, right here for Lambo myself. So definitely, man, we're rocking it out today, man, on the broadcast. You guys do not want to miss this. It's going to be packed with a lot of information, so stay tuned, stay locked in, share this information with somebody. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe, man, to the channel, and sharing this information as much as possible. Turn that notification bell on, because you never know when we may go live, especially within the days and weeks to come. So you guys definitely want to be tapped into everything that we have on here. LA Law, it's good to see you in the building. Hi, my soul does wait. Good to see you. I did see you guys already before on, and definitely comment. So shout out to LA Law, man, for just everything, and my soul does wait for actually being on here, man, ahead of time and showing some love, man. I really want to appreciate LA Law, man, and just everybody. I mean, all of y'all, man, people were hitting me up Tuesday when they didn't see the Tuesday show. They said, yo, Lambo, we're hitting you up. We didn't see the Tuesday show. We're hitting you up, man, because we really want to know where you guys are at, what's going on, the whole nine. Yo, is everything okay? And I'm like, no, I sent the message out in the Telegram and let everybody know, like, yo, we're not coming on tonight. Enjoy you and your family around this time. Enjoy a night off, man. Lambo will be back on here on Thursday night, and you want to stay tuned to that, because definitely a lot of great things that we can't wait to discuss and jump into. But again, that entire team, man, I really want to thank y'all for showing so much love to Lambo and just looking out for Lambo, man, and my family, and saying, like, Lamb, what's up? What's good? We have a lot of great things. I'm not being able to tell y'all this in its entirety. We have a lot of great things that are to come, that are going to be game-changing and monumental in helping you out. I want to, in LA Law, I'm going to come back to you in a minute, man, but I really want to say this. I want to give a big shout out to my lil bro, Jay. Jay Weeze, man, I am so proud of you, man. I'm so proud of you, man. I really want you to know that, man. Like your big bro is so proud of you, man. You know, my little bro, I had a chance to talk with him, man, before the show, and he did a major move that is shifting him into really doing some amazing things, with some really cool things. And I know a lot of people, he shared some great things, man, on his end, when he was actually sharing his credit, and people seeing his credit, like literally take this dramatic jump going all the way up. But the one thing that he did that I was telling him, I said, man, dude, I just need you to follow everything that I say. And my little bro, man, he already know, man, that's like second nature. And I said, just follow everything that I say, man, because, big bro got you, man. I'm going to make sure about this. And he said, all right. I said, listen, I can't go ahead and force your hand on everything, but if you stick to it, man, I'm telling you, I know what's getting ready to happen. So really, I'm so thankful of him, because, so many times, man, in this journey, right, we get a chance to really affect so many other lives around us, right? And so many other lives, man, that people that we're connected to, and so many different communities and everything else that we're connected to. But this one hits home, man, when it's somebody like my little bro, Jay, man. And Jay Weeze, man, he don't even understand this, but he knows this, man. When I was telling him how excited I was for him to officially say, hey, I want to do this. I want to make this next move. I want to make this next move. I say, hey, if you line everything up, this thing going to be a clean sweep. Not only that, he turned around. He did what I say. I actually was so shocked at the results myself from him. And it's me and my team doing it, right? So it's not no second person and everything, man. My team came back, said, yeah, Lambo, everything's done. And this boy score is almost a 790. Oh my God. Shout out to my little bro, Jay, for just really just going ahead, man, and showing love like that and just following through and really seeing his results like that. Those results actually put him into position to be able to take advantage of another huge six-figure play to run, so he can go on ahead and put into his brand new business and partnering, man, with our great team, Crafton, Julie and Jeremiah Crafton. I am so excited, man, for him. I'm so excited for what JJC is doing, man. And you guys know what JJC is to my heart, Julie and Jeremiah Crafton. Team Crafton is really killing the game. If you are not involved or plugged in with Team Crafton, you really want to get plugged in with Team Crafton and being able to allow your finances and allow your returns and your cash flow or your credit to actually turn cash for you every single month, man. I'm trying to tell y'all this right now. There is no other better team who is killing it than them out here in this game. If anybody tells me, like Lambo, like, where would I actually learn a solid 10% from? Or I say, no, don't put your faith in a platform. Put your faith in a business, right? A real business that they've been doing this since 2008. So when people ask, man, the question all the time and everything, like, Lambo, what is really safe out there that I can actually have residual or passive income every month? Guaranteed, rain, sleet, or snow, doesn't matter what happens. That number doesn't dip and say, hey, yeah, we're getting ready to pay you 3% for this month or 8% for this month or 2%. No, it's a solid 10% with the actual cash flow coming to your bank account, which is allowing you to be able to draw in revenue so that the banks could actually go ahead and leverage you more capital so you can put back into your business or either do other things into your business. Look no further than JJC. And definitely, if you really want to get involved with them, man, you got to go to jjcunlimited.com and schedule your appointment, get your appointment, whatever the case may be, and really tap into them because they're really killing it. Again, jjcunlimited.com. Go on there, schedule an appointment, and really allow them to be able to help catapult you. You don't have to know how to do business, but you do have to have a business. I'm just being real with you, right? That's something that's required. But if you got a little capital laying aside, you're saying, Lambo, you know, I got 50K, 100K laying aside. I got it on credit and stuff like that. I really don't want to go ahead and use it. So I don't know if I can pay it back or what's going to happen. They will actually do everything for you. But you're going to have to pay your own bills now, right? You got to make sure you pay your own bill. They'll cash flow it for you, man, hands free, making sure that you're producing a solid return and steady return every single month. Ask me how, because I got some amazing people who are involved with it. And this team, trust me, I know I see the numbers. There's people out there who are literally overseas right now, and Julie and Jeremiah can stop me if I'm lying, sitting on the beach out there drinking their Mai Tais. This ain't a Mai Tai, this is tea, y'all. All right, drinking their Mai Tais, their teas, and everything else. Their feet are cocked up. And guess what? They are making residual passive income, real passive income, stuff you can file with your taxes too, and really be able to go on ahead and enjoy life. If that's something that you are interested in, and that's something that might be up your alley, my little bro, Jay Williams, shout out for you for making that play. Like, it's really partnering with some amazing people who are really going to make some amazing things happen that are changing the trajectory of some of the things that he is doing. And that's starting. Like, he's got some other amazing things that I can't even get into, man, that literally is going to happen for him. Shout out to you, Jay Weems, man, for you making it happen, but you following through, man, and you being able to partner with this amazing company. jjcunlimited.com. Get on the site, go book your call today, because I'm trying to tell you all this right now. They will definitely help you cash flow and have you cash flow every single week and month so that your business can actually see profit. That's one of the hardest things that we actually have out here, right? We're actually talking about what's out there. What Lambo, what do you see? What do you know? What do you think for a fact that is something that is solid? And then I tell people, I say, well, you know, I'm going to tell you what's solid in the business standpoint. I'm not going to take what's solid on everything else, because there's some other private things that are really doing good. They're really working. Some people are killing the game. We got some things that people are saying, hey, Lambo, we just needed time to adjust on our end. And then once we adjusted it, now we're able to do steady payouts. And shout out to my guy Ryan yesterday, Degenerate Passive Income. I got a chance to talk with him with him and Duke, man. And definitely, man, go ahead and see on another great thing that he's doing with that amazing platform, that they're actually getting some things right to make sure that they're continuously to making progress with that amazing platform too as well. So shout out to you guys for that, man. Again, this is what this is about, being able to shift position and making sure that you actually see what's out there, what's happening, what you can do, how you can perform, how you can make some things. It's got so much amazing things. Shout out to my guy who's going to be coming to the show as well. Before I get back into the chats, my guy Jeremy from Liquidity One. I mean, oh my gosh, I can't even begin to explain of some people, man, who are really doing some things in hedge funds, who are really killing it. I mean, real hedge funds with tax returns, everything else. I mean, full monthly portfolios, anything you need is right there. Jeremy has been killing the game and really allowing that. Most of the time they deal with corporations. They don't even deal with individuals. Let me know if you really want me to connect you with that, because they're more on the corporate structure side. I will connect you on the corporate structure side as well to go ahead and start and continue to keep building your portfolio of wealth as well. Only problem is, I mean, Jeremy and them, they got a little higher ticket. I mean, it's like 6 figures to be getting up involved with that and some of the amazing things that they're doing. But I love the transparency of them. I love the reports. I love everything that team never says no to anything, especially when you're actually looking to scale. They're in other real estate big deals too as well, just outside of their portfolio, that if you really want to get into real estate in REITs, right? We're talking about that real estate investment trust that are really killing the game, and you can go visit the REITs, you can go visit the real estate, you go actually visit that. It's amazing. I won't even say who his wife is and who she's involved with, but she is killing the game. And one of those ladies is on Shark Tank. Let's just put it to you like that. And that's the validity enough right there of how real that is. So there's so many other great things that we can talk about that are really helping people. They're really pushing people forward. There's some things, man, that are out there that Lambo kind of really stays away from. Shout out to my guy Jamsey. I know Jamsey and everything, man. Hit me a minute ago, and we was actually talking about another amazing program, but it's more on the smart contract side of things that actually a lot of people on the private side got into. That one has been doing, I think, every 90 days, 90% in 90 days. I was blown away seeing that. And actually paying out. Like literally, I was shocked on the smart contract side of things. And that's really been killing some things, man. So again, that's another play that when we actually talk about it, doing some things, it's great. Shout out to Coach D. My guy, Coach D, actually, that's a whole different play that they're doing. Another smart contract, doing some really, really, really amazing things. A lot of people are involved with that. And really getting some really nice results that really are helping out. Man, I'm telling you what, Lambo is involved with a lot of different things that really are nice, structured out there. No rug pulls, they're for the longevity. And then we look at the business side, which I tell you, 80% of all your funds and money you should ever do should be in tangible, physical businesses, right? Something that you can actually pull. Hey, I need to pull this business profit report. I need to pull their cap size. I need to pull if they're moving, if this business is public. Hey, I need to be able to see all of these things with this business so that we can actually go ahead and then take a wild or wise investment, right? Whether we want to partner with this business and go forward even more. So, I mean, there's so many different things that Lambo can actually talk about and really elaborate on that you guys need to go on ahead and be really looking into, making sure that you're getting the best out of that. So make sure you guys keep that in mind, especially when you're actually investing or either putting a portion of your money or whatever funding that you're getting into something that is really actually being able to pour out some things. So keep that in mind. All right. Let's get back into the chats, man. Hello, my wonderful wife. He is in the building. Hello, family, with the wonderful heart emoji. Shout out to my wife, doing what she does best, man, and always showing love, man. My guy Ryan is in the building. Degenerate Passive Income. Let's freaking go, man. Listen, make sure you guys go like and subscribe, man, to his channel, man, and literally hear some of the amazing things that are coming from Bruno X and that community, man. Good to hear from you yesterday, Ryan. Let's keep this momentum going, man, and help some great people out, man. You know what I mean, man. All right? My wonderful wife, man, is showing love, man. LA Law is showing love to my wife. Hi, Mrs. Johnson. Good to see you. J50 is in the building, man. Listen, I really want to wish them a wonderful, happy anniversary, man. To Julie and Jeremiah Crafton, big happy anniversary to you guys. So excited about y'all. Hopefully, y'all got a chance to enjoy y'all anniversary. Enjoy those wonderful sweet treats that came from Mr. and Mrs. Lambo, man. We definitely was excited that you guys got a chance to enjoy that. Enjoy those flowers and those roses that we were able to give to you guys too as well, man. We're always going to give those flowers and roses to make sure that we are consistently, man, showing our love, our gratitude, and all those great things, man, that we have coming from our household. Filled with nothing but love from the Johnson household. Love y'all, man. All right. Julie says, man, hi, Mr. Johnson. Hi, LA. Showing love, man. You already know. LA Love showing love, man, to Ryan and Julie. Good to see you, man. Julie showing love to Degenerate. You already know, man. Money's in the building. Shout out to your money, man. LA Law showing love to Money. Good to see you. You already know. Julie saying money, 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 man. You already know. You already know. You already know, man. Definitely that bell has been ringing, man, on that stock market. 1.2 trillion yesterday. Woo! Man, 1.2 trillion added to the market cap just yesterday alone. And Bitcoin, and we're going to get started and all that stuff, literally, man, went to rocking at all-time high. So y'all sit back up in here and need to be ready because it's on, man. I'm telling y'all, it is on. Ken Haney is in the building, man. What's up, Lambo? What do you do? Do what you do. Hello, Leverage Show family. Thank you, Ken. Appreciate you, my brother. Got to make sure we get that out of my mouth. I don't know what that is. But shout out to you and everything, man, for your kid, man. Showing so much love. Hi, Kenny. What's up, Ken, man? LA Law showing love, man. Money's in the building, showing love to LA Law and Julie, man. Fro is in the building. Shout out to you, Fro, man. Good to see you. LA Law showing love to Fro. Good to see you, man, as well. I love to see that. Julie Craft is showing love, man, to Ken. Listen, I heard some great things between you and my guy, Ken, man. Let me know what's popping with y'all. I really want to know what's really popping with y'all, man, on y'all end, because y'all know what time it is around here, man. My little bro is in the building. I was just speaking on your little bro, man. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to everything you are doing and really making some major moves, man, out here. I see it. I see it, boy. I see it. He told me, he said, hey, bro, I want this. Hey, you better have assets to go ahead and pay for your liabilities. Don't do it the other way around. See, some of y'all are spending money on liabilities, not turning your money into assets or cash flow to pay for your liabilities. You go spend your money, your hard-earned money on a liability, and then your liability and everything, man, becomes your biggest headache. Because once your money start getting funny and your money run out, now all of a sudden you're coming back to the drawing board of figuring out how you're going to go ahead and take care of this. I'm going to show you some things that's going to go ahead and make a lot of things make sense today for some of y'all who have been turning money into liabilities rather than turning your money and your credit into assets, right? That's what we really want to hear. That's what Lambo going to show y'all. You guys really want to stay tuned. Shout out to my guy, Jack. Listen, what's up? Jack, my prayers are with you and your family. You already know, Jack. Definitely, brother. You ain't got to go ahead and speak publicly on it, man. Your thoughts and prayers are with you, brother, man. Continue to keep your head high, brother. We definitely, man, or can't wait to connect, man. When everything, man, gets back situated, man, you know, get back in. You already know, man, tap in with Lambo, brother. We got major work to do, man. A lot of great stuff, man. Shout out to you and all the wonderful people, man, that you've connected Lambo with as well. I'm talking about to this day, man, making some amazing moves. So, Jack, keep doing what you are doing, my brother. All right? Fro saying, hello, LA Law, man. LA Law saying, wow, with their fire emoji. You already know. LA Law saying, let's go. Listen, I'm telling y'all something right now about LA Law. You guys are not connected to this social media team. I don't know what you are missing. And I don't want you to miss anything. Being connected to an amazing team with her and Ahmad are doing is simply amazing. Where they are actually taking some amazing friends of ours in their pages is no short of them actually rolling in excellence, right? Straight up. You guys do not want to miss that Julian Jeremiah, man, and everything that they're actually bringing to the table. But LA Law, man, you and Ahmad, man, keep on, keep on trucking, keep on making things happen, keep on making the people look good out here because the content is on and popping, and I see y'all. Lambo, see y'all. I appreciate you, but Lambo, see y'all. You already know, man. So again, if you guys want to be connected with that team, reach out to Lambo. I will get you connected to that team so that you guys can actually have some one-on-one conversations and actually see how they can help brand you and bring the best out in your brand to the next level as well and get you seen out there. Have you looking professional. Don't have you looking all tacky and everything. I'm trying to tell y'all this right now. The old saying used to say, man, how you do anything is how you do everything. Straight up. How you do anything is how you do everything. So if you sitting out there, man, doing anything and you getting the results of anything, you wonder why things are not, how you do anything is how you do everything. Just keeping it real, right? You know what time it is. So make sure that you want it, man, and you rocking with them. My guy, Larry the Lion, in the building. I ain't got no more to say about this boy. This boy, man, I asked this boy a question the other day. He already know, man. I said, hey, boy, let me ask you something, man. And he say, Lambo, man, here he go. I say, I'm going to just tell you this right now. He say, hey, Lambo, you just come out the blue. You don't say, hey. You don't say hi. You don't say nothing. You don't say how your day doing, how your week going, how your mama and them, how wifey and them, how the kids and them. I asked him one question. I say, hey, boy, you hit that yet? hey, he said, hold on. Lambo, what, man? What Lambo, what you talking about, bro, at this point, man? And instantly, I sent him a picture, right? The picture was true story, right? Picture was true story. Picture was when he was at the table for his party last year. So, you know, Larry's party is this year, this next month, man. So yeah, we got all the invitations. It's gonna be amazing. It's in DC. And Larry's party is this next coming month in December. And I said, hey man, do you see how focused you was, man, in this place at your party? Larry always has some wild stuff to happen to him. My wife can tell you. I'm trying to tell y'all this right now. Every time we're around him and T, man, they always have some wild stuff happen with them. I mean, I told y'all last year what happened, and I showed y'all that video. Y'all already know. I showed y'all that video. What happened, man? And the lady, shout out to what's her name, Kristen, bless her heart, such a sweet lady. She was just locked in on Larry and making sure Larry got himself to enjoy his party, man. So I sent them that photo, man, of all of us at the table. But Kristen doing that itsy bitsy spider, man, and locking it in, and she was locked in, and Larry was locked in. Larry had the head thing going, man. It was amazing. So shout out to you, Larry, for really, man, making that day. Listen, we got more work to do. I don't know what's gonna happen this year for the party. I don't know if somebody gonna parachute out the sky. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, there'd be some crazy stuff always that happen. So I'm really excited to see, you know, my brother, man, celebrate his 50th birthday. Shout out to him and everything, man, for selling that, man. We're excited to go spend some time out there with him and T, man, and enjoy some time, man. And, you know, Larry, all I'm going to say is, man, make sure we get out there, you and T and everything, man. I'm going to say this to y'all right now. Y'all keep everybody away who may have me laughing because, you know, I won't be able to make it back, get back on track if y'all bringing out the clowns and people out there doing crazy stuff out there. I'm not going to stop laughing. I'm going to be out there, Larry, to make sure that we're going to be on foot patrol to see who coming in and out of that building. If anybody looks suspect coming out in and out of that building for your birthday party, we put them in handcuffs. That's straight up. We getting ready to go ahead and put them out. We're not getting ready to deal with it this time. I got you. I'm going to tell you this right now. I got you, man. So just stay right there, bro. Congratulations, sis. Shout out to him. And T and my wonderful wife, man, they got some great things going, man. My wife actually told me, like, literally right before I was coming on the broadcast and stuff like that, about some amazing things that happened, man. T getting to it. Shout out to you, T. We see you. We see you. Oh, and then they was dressed up in the costumes. I don't know what Larry was, though. I'm still trying to figure that one out, man. I mean, T and shout out to Elijah, man. We can kind of tell, but I don't know what Larry was. I think Larry had a hard day at work that day, and I don't know, man. He came out there and everything, man, with the costume, and just much to say, he looked like he had the mentality, forget it. I'm coming out here. This is how I feel. I feel like really really charging at somebody, man. Because I don't know if he was ready for the purge or not with them costumes. But shout out to y'all. Y'all look good out there, man. I see y'all, bro. I see y'all. Shout out to you, Larry, man. Showing love, man. Larry's out there always laughing, man. LA Law says, man, hi, seeker of knowledge. Good to see you. Good to see the seeker of knowledge, man. You already know. Shout out to you for that, man. Larry showing love to LA Law. Happy anniversary, Team Crafting. Yes, happy anniversary, Team Crafting, man. I know they had got it in, man. You ain't got to say no more, man. I mean, work-wise, right? Work-wise. Y'all get your mind out the gutter and stuff like that, because they work a lot, straight up. They you don't even understand. That team is a team and everything, man, that really can go in ahead and do some amazing things for you. My wife's showing love to LA Law, Julie, Money, Fro, and Larry, and T, man. That's what this thing is about, man. Showing love to everybody, man. My wonderful wife, she gonna come out here and do some stuff, man, like that. Larry, I caught him doing his hands just like you yesterday. Let me say something to you. There was a point I was actually trying to channel that energy that literally, like, that Kristen was speaking of. This is the energy right here, right? It's that energy that Kristen was speaking of. This energy right here, like this energy right here, man. This, you got it like a gun. Y'all see that? That energy right there messed up our whole night. That, I don't even know where Larry even got it from, but she seen that, seen the glow on him. He's looking like Bruce Leroy on Last Dragon. And then boom, all of a sudden, man, it was off to the races. And we had a guest for the entire night at our show, and right there at our table. It was crazy. It was crazy. I mean, he didn't want to eat his chicken. And T sitting in there, man, seeker of knowledge. She's got points lines going on for days. It was insane. So you guys want to see a comedy show, y'all meet me at Larry Party next month. All right, y'all meet me in DC at Larry Party next month, and you will thank me later. I'm trying to tell y'all, you're going to thank me later, man, around there. You're going to be like, boy, here you go around there. I'm just like, hey, it is what it is. My wife is showing love to Ken. Larry say, about time, sis, man. Thank you, bro. LA Law says, congratulations. Thank you, LA Law, man. He says he was the Commanders, okay? I got you. I don't know what part of that commander that you was doing with your costume, but Larry, it was a hard day at work, brother. It was a long day. It's like, brother, ain't nobody gonna know who I am with this. I didn't even know this was my dog. I was sitting there. I seen T. I seen Elijah. I said, I know, but the mystery man behind there, I said, I don't know what just happened. But it is what it is, man, Larry. Just keep doing what you're doing. Welcome, Mrs. Johnson, LA Law, showing love, man. Kid says, happy anniversary, Team Crafter, man. Julie says, thank you all, man. So glad she got the strength, man, to even comment and say thank you all, man. Shout out to J-Dog, man, doing what he does best. My baby showing love, man, all with the laughing, man. Ken showing love to hello, LA Law, man. Larry says, you a fool, man. I'm just trying to go ahead and keep it real, man. Hello, my soul does wait. Welcome. You're welcome, Julie, man. Hello, degenerate passive income. I love it. I love it. I love it. My baby showing love to Julie with those roses, man. You already know, man, those roses, man. Oh, those roses will get you in trouble, man. They will definitely. We're thankful, man. But you make the other brothers got to go to the store to go get more roses. You know, it's just. All right, you know, and I know what is that, February coming up too and stuff like that, man. So shout out to y'all. Y'all make sure y'all go get roses. Not just wait till Valentine's Day. Y'all wait Go any other day. Go get them roses, man. Kid says money is in the building, man. Hello, Fro, man. Showing love. We love you guys, man. Listen, today, I want to thank each and every single one of y'all for these wonderful, the chat. You know, Lambo gonna always keep it live. But I want today to talk about bad. Who's bad? You guys seen the acronym. Y'all sitting there looking at it. Y'all saying, Lambo, get on with the show already, right? I literally have been actually telling myself this over and over because I couldn't wait to do this show today. I said, hey, man, when we do this show, I hope that it illuminates something within you tonight. So let's start from the first B.A.D, right? This is not let's just say this, right? Let's bring this up. Somebody needs to see this first, right? And this is not something where people need to go ahead and take a look at it and be like, oh, Lambo, we need to actually stress about the definition of bad. No, that is not that at all. But somebody needs to know what the definition of bad is, right? It's a true story. The definition of bad is failing to reach an acceptable standard. Oh boy. Oh boy. Somebody needs to hear this. The definition of bad, B.A.D, failing to reach an acceptable standard. Y'all hear that? Right? Bad is also an evil or unhappy state. I come to let y'all know something. That second one hit me, and I hope it hit you like a ton of bricks. An evil or an unhappy state. My question to you, when I ask you, who's bad? I'm literally stating the facts. If you have felt that things around you have not had a great aura around it, a great presence around it, there's this peace around you, this literally this thing that has been around you that has been more negative than positive, you, my friend, are in a state of bad. It's like you try to grow something, you try to do all of these other things, do all the things that seem right, all the wrong stuff happens. You're like, Lambo, I'm in a state of bad. Yes, things have gone from good to bad. Things have gone from peaceful to bad. But I want to focus in on the second part of that. Second part of that definition is an unhappy state. There are so many people who are actually functioning in that noun of bad because they're walking around and they're feeling unsatisfied and unfulfilled. An unhappy state. You say, Lambo, why would you say that the definition of bad is an evil or an unhappy state? When you have real happiness with you, you're happy, you're excited, you're laughing, you're joking. Hey. But when you literally have all the wrong things to happen, the opposite of happy is unhappy. When you are unhappy or in an unhappy state, nothing that you feel like you are doing It's literally bringing any joy to you. So when you walk around and feel unsatisfied and unfulfilled and unhappy, there are things that literally are bringing a weight to you that does not bring a joy to you. And you find yourself, hey, I'm working more hours only to be unhappy at the end of the day because I'm not seeing any results from the hours that I work or the time that I put in or the problems or the fires that I solve throughout the day. Do you know I've been in unhappy states of my life where the unhappy states literally didn't see any joy at the end of the tunnel? What does your unhappy state look like? What does it feel like? What does it sound like? How hollow does it sound? Have you ever actually went inside of a house? There's nobody inside of that house, and there's really no even furniture inside of the house, and begin to speak out of the top of your lungs or even yell. And all of a sudden, your echo is bouncing off of the walls. That's because the house is no longer a home. Listen, we're going to stay right here because I'm getting ready to go ahead and get into something even more to you. When a house is no longer a home, shout out to you, Luther. You don't know Luther Vandross, you better go ahead and you better jump. When a house is not a home, and he said, and the two of us are apart. That right there literally brings people or the togetherness that is involved in the state of that home to be happy. But when there is friction or when there is something that is an unevenness or an unhappiness that is involved with inside of that home, something must give so that joy can come back into that house. You got to remember that a house is not a home when the joy or the happiness is no longer inside. It's just a house. We're living in a house, it's roommates. We're really not happy. It's the same way how you feel with your financial affairs and the romance when it comes to your money, the romance when it comes to your vision, the romance when it comes to you being able to fulfill your God-given destiny. You're saying to yourself, I know that I'm in an unhappy state from working this job or working this business or working these things in life, relationships not working out, business is not working out, all of these connections and things that should be working together seems like it's working against me and I'm in an unhappy state. My home is no longer a home, it's just a house. Because home doesn't feel like home when you feel alone. I just really want to go ahead and tell you guys that when you're actually having so much pressure happening against your joy or your peace or anything that literally levels you out, it plays a mental part on you that you're stating to yourself, should you give up or should you continue on? Today, I had the opportunity, it's a true story, to probably witness one of the worst phone calls that I can ever get, right? It's the worst phone call from a friend, some people. If I call the name out, you would know the individual. In a state of panic, in a state of unhappiness, in a state of a place where it literally said to Lambo, I got 24 hours to be able to do something, or I may lose my life. You know, that sat on Lambo's head. How did you get yourself into this? I mean, if I remotely even say that, nobody would probably even be relieved. They'd say, "Oh, not that person. Not that person." Trust me. It broke my heart to have that conversation with this individual, stating that I may lose my life, Lambo, if something is not done today. Physically, there was a physical threat that was placed on the individual's life because of things that went the opposite way than things that were supposed to go the way that they were supposed to go. What that did to Lambo, to hear someone call Lambo and say, "Lambo, I gotta show you this. I gotta just have a transparent moment. Some people and everything can't talk with you, can't talk with this, can't talk with that." That broke my heart to hear this, to hear his family's life being put into jeopardy. This is no game type of stuff. This is just a great business guy that literally, man, had a business that literally the deal went the opposite way that it was supposed to go, from an actual partner who was saying, "Hey, we're investing your funds. We're doing all these great things. Your funds will be returned." He made promises to those individuals. They had other deals that they were doing in the real estate game. Like, it's a long, drawn out thing of a lot of just straight, honest business people. And then something happened with the one investment that the investment took the money, a lot of money now, not no little $5,000 or $10,000 or $20,000 or $50,000. It's got stuff with commas and numbers all in front of it that it's ridiculous. The deal went the opposite way. The individual and everything was left holding the bag. The other individuals and the investors who were involved with it looked at it and says, "Hey, man, we were actually looking for our investor to come back." And literally, man, it was a scam. And that individual had to go back to these individuals and say, "Hey, I'm so sorry, but we were involved in a scam. They took all of this money, the money that we're using for our assets for real estate. We can't not even use it now because of this deal that just went bad." Long story short, months went by. The individuals who the money had been borrowed from to actually go ahead, do a deal, flip the money, and be able to come back to do legitimate business. I mean, everything legitimate. They even signing contracts, everything on paper. Literally, the individual is now running for his life because the threats are being made on their family. Do you know what that actually did to them? To see that, "Hey, where you been? How's things? Lambo, not good. This is what's going on. Wow, you really have to do this. Yeah, I have to make payments a month just to keep my family to survive for the next month. If not, they have already put threats against my family. I've already went to the police. The police and everything, man, pretty much are saying they're not going to do anything. And because of that, if I don't do anything, hey, I have to go ahead and make this payment just to keep my family alive this next month." Do you know what that literally weights on a person's head? It's like, wow, you have to make payments just to keep you and your family. The individuals, the party, are heartless. They can care less. They can actually go after the individual and their families and try to do something to that individual and their families right then and there because they can touch them. You know, when you get in this game and it's in this money game and stuff like that, when it comes to investments, you really have to be careful of when you actually get into investments and get into partnerships. If thing goes bad, something really bad can happen. I hear people say it all the time. "Oh man, I'd be ready for this person if this was to happen that way." You never know how this stuff is going to happen. When the individuals started sending actual like stuff to them and pictures and all of that, you're like, whoa, hold on. How do you even know? Who do you even know? How do you know this? There are some individuals that can reach out and touch people that'll blow people's mind. It's like they work for the CIA or the FBI or whatever. And that right there, it's a very scary place to be. Very scary place to be. When you're in an unhappy place and you're fighting for your life, the same scenario as that individual, that's what most of you guys are in. When you're in an unhappy state, you're fighting for your life every day, and there is something lurking to actually kill your vision, kill your dreams, kill your goals, kill everything that pertains to you, because you don't know the know-hows or what to actually do to necessarily win. Can I say something to you? When we say who's bad, right? When you see that evil or unhappy state that is actually following somebody, that's rough. But guess what? You can break the cycle, my friend. Something has been eating your harvest and eating your finances and eating away at your brain and eating away at your thoughts. That's very, very, very disturbing. It's diminishing to you and your character, to your mental state, where you're going to go, what next you're going to do, how you're going to perform this, how you're going to perform that. Do you know what that looks like for so many people out here? It's very hard when you actually see an individual like yourself settling for less, because that's all you seem to come up with between the game plan or what you've been doing inside the lines. What if you knew the game plan? What if you knew a different strategy that will change all of the evil things and all of the negative things and all of the things that seem to weigh you down, all the things that have been putting you in an unhappy state? What if you knew some game plans and tips and tricks that people who were winning, who were really winning, doing, that you can do and that will change your life? Would you take advantage? I sure would. And I pray to God, I hope you would too. Being in an unhappy state affects everybody. You know, shout out to Fabulous said, you know, when the family feuds, nobody wins. Nobody wins when the family feuds. So somebody needs to understand this. You guys are in this thing together and doing this thing together. You guys got to be on one accord. Hey, I may not like it, but I'm gonna ride this thing out with you. Let's see how I could actually interject with some opinions and some suggestions and everything else. One of the biggest things that I love is when I get the chance to come on this show, get a chance to look you square in the eyes and be able to affect change from the words and everything, man, that I say, because someone is probably praying, believing, hoping for a change because they're in that state of mind. We have the ability to be able to change someone's day with just a simple good morning. Or, hey, how's your day doing? I'm having a great day. I remember I was on a bus in my transit career for almost 20 years. And I remember driving a bus, and a gentleman that I would see on my bus, man, every day. I said, hey, man, what's going on, man? We would joke, we would laugh. And this is back in Ohio at the time. And I sit back up in here, man. I'm laughing, I'm having a good time. Every time I see him, his energy was just amazing. And the one time I seen the gentleman, I spoke. I did the same thing like I normally do. The gentleman spoke back, didn't have much to say that day. Not as enthusiastic as he was that day. He went back to his seat. I began talking to the passengers, as Lambo usually did. Talk to all the people who come stand up around where I was at the front of the bus and come talk to me the whole way going down. Like literally, you knew me, you know, I'm probably the loudest one on the bus talking. I did this almost 20 years, y'all. Every city I went to, 20 years. The gentleman exited the bus. As he's walking out the back, I said, my man, have a great day. God bless you, my brother. He looked at me in the mirror and pointed and said, thank you. He just nodded and kept going. Got off the back of the bus. Usually he gets off the front of the bus. Dap me off or whatever and keep going. I run into the gentleman a couple of months later. I hadn't seen him in quite some time. And he comes to the front of the bus, stands right there, and says, hey, man, I hadn't seen you in a few months because I've been going through the roughest time of my life. And I said, what happened? What's going on, man? He said, dude, remember the last day you seen me and I got off the back of the bus? I said, yeah, man. I said, I remember. I said, but it was something strange about you that day. But you just went and sat down. You usually stand up there. You usually talk. You usually say some things. He said, just 2 hours before I jumped on that bus, I lost my wife to a heart attack. Just 2 hours. Literally, from that time he lost his wife, walking out of the hospital, literally wandering around, he said he jumped on the bus to clear his mind. He didn't know that that day I would be driving that bus at that time, which was a whole different bus that he was scheduled to be on. He said, just you stating the fact, how you doing today? My man, there he goes. Everything's good. Hopefully all is well. As he's getting off the back of the bus, my man, how you doing today? Hey, listen, have a great day. Have a blessed one, man. Gets off the back of the bus, gives me the nod. Doesn't say too much. He breaks down crying at the front of the bus while he's telling me that. He says, as I said what I said, as he's getting off the bus, he said it was as if this peace came over me and said, everything's going to be all right. He said, no one acknowledged me that day leaving out of the hospital for my wife dying. They couldn't even really acknowledge or even break the news to me. And I sat there with tears in my eyes, crying the whole entire time. 2 hours later, I jump on the bus. You are full of encouragement to me, Lambo. I wasn't Lambo at the time. I was Drew, brother Drew. Most people, that's what they knew me as. He says, as I seen you interacting with people up there, he says, I'm looking at you and saying, man, this guy got so much joy. Brother, at that time, I can tell you clearly as day, I probably was going through the most hell in my life. My wife can tell you than possibly we ever can imagine. But I had to put my game face on because I had to get out there and I had to make sure that I'm making someone's day because I don't know when the last time I'm going to see you. And I want to make sure that that dash between my beginning date and my end date, you already know, man, every time I ran into brother Drew and I ran into Drew, Drew made me feel like this. Lambo made me feel like this. Lambo put a battery in my back, man, and literally went ahead and charged me up because I needed it. That gentleman sat there, man, and rode the entire line up and back and cried nonstop. Because he says, man, I've been waiting to tell you what you have meant to me, and that day meant to me more than anything. He said, I jumped off of that bus, not knowing which direction that I was going to take. I left the bus and went to his family member's house because he didn't know if he wanted to take his life too. Someone needs to know this. You mean something to somebody out there. I don't care what place of work that you're at or what business or whatever that you're doing. Your life, your entire aura, everything about you, everything that God has created within you means something to someone out there. There's a sweet little lady named Patricia Humphreys. You know, she comes onto the show all the time in her 70s. She sends a prayer every single day into this Telegram group of Bruno X and everybody else, and they just love it. When people see that, you never know what people are going through. At the time when I remember her sending prayers, there was people out there losing their homes and losing their houses just a few weeks ago for the hurricanes that actually were hitting. She was out there, man, faithfully encouraging someone, faithfully hoping and praying and believing that someone would actually find joy in the middle of the struggle. When you're in an unhappy state, that state of bad, it literally puts you into a place of not knowing which direction to take, not knowing should I take a direction that literally brings me to a place that I can't figure out where the end of this road is going, or do I tap into something where I can actually see the light at the end of my tunnel? You know, in that place, we find ourselves so much where we're saying, like, what's our story? What's our goal? What's our purpose? What are we destined here for? What are we destined here to do? Can I tell you something? You're destined to do some of the greatest things because some people are designed and only connected to you. Like I'm telling you right now, this is a gentleman, man. Every time I see this guy, well, I don't even say see this guy. Every time I talk with him, I mean, he's on 100. He's like, Lambo, I done been through some of the worst stuff in my life, but every time I'm here to encourage people. I'm here to motivate people. I'm here to make sure that people and everything, man, are really getting to this next level. I'm here to show people that we can do it, that we're gonna do it, that we're gonna make some things happen. Like his whole game face is battle mode at all times. He doesn't change his game face. He doesn't flip flop 1 minute to the next minute. He stays consistent across the board. And I said to myself, I said, man, this brother is always consistent. How in the world is he like that? I said, well, Lambo, you same way like you. I said, well, yeah, but I'm consistent. But I mean, he's just, every time I see him, it's the same thing. He says, because I literally had enough in my life that I had so much letdowns and so much stuff happened to me that there ain't nothing that can shake or move me or take me off of my A game. So every time you see me, I'm going to be on my A game. Every time you see me roll, my A game is coming out. I'm not going to show you my B game. I'm not going to show you my C game. I'm not going to show you my D game or my F game. I'm going to show you only my A game. And I said to myself, my goodness, that right there is already guaranteed to win. How many people show you their A game when they're around you? Straight up. How many people show you their A game? How many people that when you get connected with them, it's like, yo, I'm getting ready to bring your game up. I'm not getting ready to lower my game down because you is not operating at this level. I'm going to bring your game up. That's what this leverage show is about. This leverage show is about to bring our A game to make sure you rise to the level that you are caused to rise to because you got an A game and everybody needs to see your A game. They don't need to see you going through the doom and glooms and the downs and outs and all of this stuff, and life seems to hit you and you're looking like your situation. The gentleman who rode my bus, he says, Lambo, you didn't know my situation. If I would have known that he would have lost his wife 2 hours before from jumping on my bus, I would have stopped and tried to have compassion and tried to have this and tried to have that. He said, I wasn't looking for that, Lambo. I wasn't looking for no compassion. I was looking for you being you. I was looking for your A game because your A game at my lowest point of losing my wife lifted me up. It put me in a different mind state. How many times when you get around people or when you talk to people, you're on the phone or you're in front of them or you're on a Zoom or wherever you're at, that you're bringing your A game to help lift them up, to help bring them up to another level. Like, yo, bring your mind up, bring your spirit up, bring your mentality up, bring things about you up so everything around you starts to flow to that pattern and that vibration. Like, what is it about you that allows other people to say, I want to be connected with you? Or are you one of the ones that are saying, I don't really think I got it? No, you got it. You just have to tap into it. You have to get outside of the box where you've been at and get into a realm that you are literally saying, you know what? I'm getting ready to dominate in here. I'm getting ready to really go all the way in. I'm really getting ready to go hard. Like when you see me actually this next time, things are going to be much more different this time, and the next time, and the next time, and the next time, and the next time. You keep elevating. You keep going up. You keep going higher. You keep saying to yourself like, oh my gosh, you mean to tell me like every time I see you, something new, something different, something fresh is happening? Yes. The reason why it's happening is because you decided to say, you know what? I'm getting ready to go on ahead and defy all odds. And everybody who's been speaking against me, who's been doubting me, who's been hating on me, who's been sleeping on me, they getting ready to see what this A game is doing out here. I didn't put my mental will to it. I didn't put my work ethic to it. I done got around the right people, the right partners, the right places, doing the right things, and some big things is getting ready to happen. When you see that and you come with that type of attitude, it becomes contagious. People want that because that's the spirit of what winning looks like and feels like. You wake up with this spirit of winning. You wake up with this spirit of knowing that whatever happens, yo, we getting ready to overtake this. We getting ready to overcome this. I'm going to keep stepping and keep moving. That's the mentality that you have to have, regardless of what's happening around you. Regardless if your house does not feel like a home, or your business does not feel like a thriving business, or your job does not feel like a job that's progressing. You have to make it become conditional to who you are. Don't you ever change to the conditions of what it is. If you see a lot of people out there, they're griping, they're moping, they're talking bad about things, they're talking, oh man, it's doom and gloom, and look at all of this and look at all of that. 10 to 1, what happens is if you don't rise up, you're going to just flow right along with it and start believing that and start talking how they're talking and saying the same thing that they're saying. But when you're really operating at another level and you're dominating, you're saying to yourself, yo, I'm taking all negativity and I'm leaving it outside of my realm. I don't want it around me. When it comes my way, I'm giving its eviction papers right then and there. I'm not getting ready to go on ahead and allow you to take residence in my mind, my body, my spirit, my soul, my house. Because all of a sudden you bring that into your places, your people, and the things that you're doing. And then all of a sudden, boom, you become the negative Nancy and a pitiful Peters out here. And nobody doesn't want negative Nancy's and pitiful Peters, man, coming to their house and bringing RSVP pity parties with them. They would love for you to stay right there. That's what you need to do. When you're shifting, going from the next level, from a state of evilness and all this bad and negative stuff happening around you to the state of unhappiness happening around you, you shift to another gear, which allows you to bring on all of those people like, you know what, Lambo, you're 100% right. They're out there enjoying life. They're out there doing some stuff in life. They're out there, man, keeping a positive attitude. I want to be around that. Sign me up for that. How do I get connected to that? All of the things that I'm telling you is how I got to where I got to. I hate to say this. The down days when I was looking myself in the mirror and I'm seeing my family and everything, man, going through some of the worst times, I didn't sit up in here, man, it's time for me to break down and fold up. It's time for me to rise up. It's time for me to go do what I need to do because there's people out there who are waiting on me. There's people out there who cannot wait to be able to go on ahead and say, you know what? At this point, if I sit back up in here and keep going, what am I getting ready to gain out of this? And when that happens to you, the doors, the opportunities, and great things are opened up for your life. So when people were saying, it's a true story, people are saying, oh my goodness, 24, 48 hours ago, oh my goodness, did you guys see what happened? And we're speaking all this negative of politics and all of this stuff, who's coming in. Hey, you talk about politics coming to the White House. What are you doing for you? I instantly, the people who shifted, their mind shifted, hey, it's go time. Let's go. What are we doing for us? What are we doing for the communities? What are we doing for people around us? What are you doing for yourself? And I literally said, it's getting ready to go ahead and move. Y'all better get ready. Something's getting ready to pop. Something's getting ready to happen. It's getting ready to go next level. And all of a sudden, the next day I posted, Bitcoin gained $1.2 trillion. 1.2 trillion. I didn't see people who were literally like us already in position, ready to go. The mindset's ready to go. I don't care what's lined up, what ain't lined up. Guess what? You need to get it right or get into a flow of people who are getting things right so people can continuously to keep moving forward with their vision, with their goals, with their passions, with their dreams, with their desires. You need to get around teams who are doing that. And when you really got around that, I'm telling you what, all the teams that I have been talking to the last few days, we are laughing. We're having a good time. It's go time. It's literally not a time to actually be fearful. But it's the time for you to be full of faith, full of vision, and moving forward with some of the things that you've been waiting to pop off for your life. What are you waiting for? Do you know when Bitcoin rose, it rose to an all-time high? This is the bad, right? This is the B, right? Do you know when Bitcoin rose? People say, well, Lambo, I don't understand Bitcoin. I don't know. Let me help you out, right? I need to help some people out real quick. I need to help some people out because I want y'all to understand what this is, right? I really want y'all to understand what this is. Y'all look at this. Y'all look at this. Lambo ain't go, I'm not getting ready to go ahead and put y'all out of here. I'm getting ready to help level y'all up. Because some people need to go ahead and hear this. With the baddest, when I say who's bad, B is for Bitcoin. We're gonna get the assets and dividends in a minute, but B is for Bitcoin. When people say who's bad, I literally went on ahead and say, are y'all really ready? Are they really ready for this? Look at this, y'all. I can't make this up. Bitcoin right now is at $75,917. Look at this. So when people are saying to Lambo, I don't know what's getting ready to happen. And I'm already telling them, I'm like, hey, are you bad? Who's bad? Do you got your money in Bitcoin first off? Or a crypto that is actually moving. People say, oh, but Lambo, I don't understand crypto. Get around some people who understands crypto. My guy, Jamal Titus and everything, man, teaches people crypto inside and out. Jamal Titus is, I'm talking about, he's a crypto expert, man. My guys and everything, man, Coach D and everything, man. I'm trying to tell you this right now. He can show you some things in crypto. We got Jackson, shows you some things in crypto. We got my guy, shout out to Coach Rashid, who's doing some amazing things. BOJ, CPMD. I mean, the list goes on and on of people who we can talk to you about crypto. My guy, Big Anthony Deloach, crypto. We can continuously talk to you and lead you in the right direction when it comes for you to actually becoming bad. Look at this. I'm not fabricating this. Bitcoin right now, okay? Bitcoin right now is at $75,917 plus $3. Do you see that? It was at $76. Look at this. $76 at 1:30 a.m. 76,299. Yesterday, it was at 76,342 at 12:35. 76,342. 5 days ago, where was Bitcoin at? Look at where this is at. $67. Some people need to understand what just happened, right? It was at $67. Let's go 1 month before that. It was at $60 on October the 11th. This is not a full 30 days, y'all. Some people need to see this, right? Some people really need to see this. Like, you need to pay attention to this. It was literally at $60,600. $60,607. October the 11th, right? We follow this to election night. Election night, right? It already started moving. Some people need to hear this, right? Some people need to see this, right? October 31st is at 72, went back down. Reason why they were all gearing up to what was going to happen election night. Election night happens. That's Tuesday, November the 5th. It's at 68,000. Look at this, y'all. By that morning, on November the 6th, we were at 75,000. It jumped $7,000. Just like that. In the past month, Bitcoin has rose 21%. 21%, y'all. This is Lambo just giving y'all game. 21%. And you're saying to yourself, like, oh, well, I'm in a financial situation. I'm like, no. You're not in a financial situation. Let's talk about this. You're not in a financial situation. The situation that you're into is a situation that you just need to get information. Straight up. I'm going to give y'all one of the greatest things that I could ever tell you. If you ask a man for money, wealthy man for money, he's going to give you information. But if you ask a man for information, wealthy man is going to turn information into money. Some people, you need to hear this. If you ask a man or a wealthy man for money, he's going to give you information. But if you ask a man for information, he's going to give you information to make money. Straight up. That information, when it leads to money, what are you going to do with it? What are you going to do with the resources that we're putting out here and showing you how to run the play? We haven't backed up from this. You can go back and look 3 years of the Leverage Show. Go back and binge watch the Leverage Show and the guest who came on here for over 3 years now. We have been talking the same talk for over 3 years now. We haven't backed up for what we've done. This is not nothing new, and this all of a sudden, we haven't backed up from this. We've been the same way. Out of all the guests that came on, it's been to continuously keep elevating you and leveraging you up. Straight up. You can go back and look at the shows me, Kennard Haney, and Jamal Titus did, and Jamal Titus was on it. Like, literally, we have not backed up from what we have been doing. We've been educating and pushing people forward by any means necessary and doing things for people in communities because we really want to see you win. My desire every day is to be more impactful, more informational, but seeing you win, right? Straight up. It's the desire is to make sure that you are understanding what are coming out of our mouth, right? If you may not understand, like, oh, Lambo, do you think that it's really getting ready to get even more higher than this, than 75,000? Hold on to your lap bar. I promise you, and you are probably saying this like, Lambo, what do you mean? Why are you have this much excitement? I promise you, this will probably be some of the lowest on the high point peaks that you will see in the next 4 years coming up. I promise you that. You're probably going to be like, Lambo, what do you mean? Listen, Bitcoin has been doing nothing but this. Boom, boom, boom. Follow the trend for years. I ain't got to, listen, numbers don't lie. Follow the trend. 6 months. Boom, 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 boom. We're up here. Where are we at in August? We're right here, 55,000. So that's 75,000 a day. That's $20,000 increase, right? Back here in July, it was at 56,000, right? So that's 60,000 back in May. Look, let's go to the year to date. Bitcoin back in January. Lambo can't tell you no lie. Numbers don't lie. People do. January the 22nd, Bitcoin was $39,000. $39,000. $39,000. Look, the numbers are on the screen. It's not, listen, this is Lambo giving you straight game. $39,000. That's almost $40,000 right there. You mean to tell me today, Bitcoin, we fast forward to November 8th, we're at 75,000? Some of y'all would have doubled your Bitcoin just off of letting it sit from January. That's all you're doing, just letting it sit. That was at 39,000. We're almost at 76,000 today. 76,000. You would have almost doubled your Bitcoin just like that by just letting it sit. That's why there were some people who were saying to themselves, we're not worried about it. Oh, you think that's something for some of y'all who are probably looking at this, right? Here we go. You think that's something? You think that's something? Look at this. If you go back a full year, Bitcoin was down here at 35,000. I'm about to give you some serious game. Let's go back 5 years. Oh boy. Oh boy. We can even go back to just 2022 when Bitcoin was pumping. And then we had in 2021, it was pumping. 2021, this is all recession. This is all in the pandemic. Look at this. You mean to tell me Bitcoin in the middle of a pandemic went from 7? Look at this. Back in 2019, 2020, right? We had 7,000, 8,000, 5,000, right? Now, this is March 14th, y'all. I'm giving y'all some game right now. March 14th, go back and look at your calendar in 2020. March 14th in 2020, Bitcoin was 5,000. What happened significant on that date, on March 14th? Y'all can go back and tell me. March 14th is when the biggest first pandemic started breaking out, and they started sending people home because people didn't know what the heck it was. It was like, oh my gosh, what the heck is going on? Go look at it. Go look at it. Lambo ain't gonna tell you no lie. I'm here to go ahead and only point out facts to y'all. When a lot of people were ignorant, didn't know about it, oh my gosh, I don't know about it, don't know what this is, cryptocurrency, I'm new to this. In the middle of a pandemic, the start of it, it was $5,000 that day. Look at this. March 14th, right? Y'all go back, look at it. It's $5,178. That's what this is saying, right? $5,178. Fast forward, less than 9 months later, that 5,000 went to $40,000. Some of y'all are saying, Lambo, well, I thought Bitcoin, I didn't really know about it then, and 5,000 went to $40,000. I really could have bought some Bitcoin and really could have went on ahead. Yeah, you could have. But even if you got in earlier than that, you don't even know. If I really take this thing back of how Bitcoin much, you probably would actually, man, be sick to your stomach when you actually see it. See, the thing about Bitcoin, a lot of people were, and this is the God honest truth, at 40,000 on January 9th, 2021, a lot of people would have took that money because they would have went on ahead, man, and 5x, 10x their money just that fast because they would have took the money and stayed right there, right? But let me give something to you, something that you need to look at, right? By March 13th, because that 40,000 looks great, right? By January 9th, if we just held on to April, March, right? April 17th, we're at $60,000. You'd have gained another 20,000. So hold on, Lambo, you just told me that $60,000 in 2021, still, those were COVID days where they were still trying to get the vaccines and then get you with the vaccines and then get you shot up with the vaccines and then, hey, we need to get you out there. Still, COVID days, people were still really, 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 man, suffering in April of 2021. Still, they were bringing out PPP money and everything else then, right? Listen to this. It starts to go down back to 33,000, lower than it was at the beginning, rises back up in October to 64,000 in 2021, tapers back down 38,000, 2022, April 19th had 44,000, then starts shooting all the way down. Bitcoin gets back. Look at this. I can't make this up. Bitcoin gets back to 18,000 by June 18th of 2022. 18,000. Now, I just showed you the highest was 60,000. You've seen it taper back down to 18,000. All of a sudden, people panicking. From June 18th, I'm giving you game of 2022, right? All the way to about October 14th. October 14th. That's a good one. October 7th, October 14th. October 7th, October 14th, right? Bitcoin was between that 17 to 27,000. And I'm going to say something to you from that day on of 27,000 in 2023. And I want you to look at it. Bitcoin never looked back. Lowest it ever got was 40,000. And it's been at 60, 60, 65, 60, 53, 50, 61, until where we're currently at 75,000 right now. Straight up. So for those who are saying to themselves, Lambo, did I miss the beat? You're at 75,000 today. From Bitcoin literally being at 5,000 at the start of the pandemic. For those who don't know, I really got to go ahead and just put this out here for you. This is 2024. That what I was speaking of was March of 2020. So we understand straight up of how things actually go if you're going to hold long-term throughout the entire way, right? Because the long term allows you to go through the peaks, the valleys, the dips, the down, and you keep going. If Bitcoin would have had a problem, and they would have had a problem literally this whole entire time, these other institutions, which I told you, would have never got into it. You want to know who got into it? Look at this. I'm getting ready to go ahead and give you something right now. Here we go. These other institutions and this trillions of dollars would have never got into it. Some people need to get this, right? Look at this. The 7 different ones that decided to get into it. This is Lambo giving y'all game. I really want y'all to take a look at this, right? Some of these large institutions decided to say, yo, we get ready to do this with y'all. We see all these other people making money. The novice investor who started at 5,000 with Bitcoin back in 2020 at March 14th at the start of the pandemic and held his Bitcoin up until now will be up $70,000 per Bitcoin. Per Bitcoin. That's all he did was hold. Not sell, but just hold. That'll run up $70,000 per Bitcoin. 75,000, almost $6,000 right now. True story. Just if you held for 4 years, right? So these ETFs, these are exchange traded funds, right? These ETFs allow you to gain dividends off of Bitcoin, right? So these companies decided, right, to be able to get together, right, and an ETF. Let me give something to you guys real quick. I'm gonna break something down so you guys can understand it. People are saying, well, Lambo, because we're going from Bitcoin to ETFs, I'm gonna come back to assets, okay? ETFs is no more than, say me and you go to a store, right? We go to Target, right? Let's pick Target, right? We go into Target and we go down the aisle, right? Because you're looking for soap, right? And you say, man, I'm going down the soap aisle. I'm looking for soap because I that's what I came in the store for. We need some soap. So you look at the soap, but you're saying to yourself, this is the soap aisle. I want to know what soaps, what all these soaps are, but I'm really looking for Dove. But then when you get there, you said, you know what? I'm just going to buy the whole soap aisle. So an ETF is no more than just all the soaps or literally everything that's in there, and we buy everything in that portfolio in soaps and then put it in there as an ETF. That's what an ETF is, right? We took the soaps, we got the best of the best soaps, all the soaps that we like, we bought the whole aisle, and literally we put this in our portfolio. That's what an ETF is, right? An index fund, if we went into the store, the same Target, and we say, man, I love this Target. I like what a Target is. Target is my store. I'm going to buy the whole entire Target. I don't want to buy the aisle. I don't want to buy a specific brand. I want to buy the entire store. And then buying the entire store of its entire size of the Target, that's an index fund. An index fund, right, literally is the big boy or the big mom and pop or the big market cap itself of billion-dollar traded companies, right? That's all it is, right? And then they have different caps marked off by how many billions are in those caps, right? And those caps range each other. ETFs is something smaller. So an index fund is something where it's huge. It's a big store. You buy the big store. ETFs is you just buying a soap aisle, right? All the products of soap down this aisle, that's what we bought. That's what we like. That's going to be our portfolio. These banks decided to look at Bitcoin. They don't want to look at all the other cryptos. They don't want to look at Litecoin. They didn't want to look at Ethereum. They don't want to look at all the Doge coins and all of this. They just wanted to look at Bitcoin and all the things that is attached to Bitcoin in the aisle it's on. That is what an ETF is. So it took all of the portfolio of Bitcoin, everything attached to Bitcoin, and we're going to buy that aisle of Bitcoin. That's a Bitcoin ETF. These Bitcoin ETFs, because these companies knew this, decided, well, they're making trillions of dollars. Bitcoin was at 5,000 back in March of 2020. It's now at 75,000 right now. If we decide to get in this space of buying everything that pertains to Bitcoin because we believe Bitcoin's going to move, what do we do? How much money would we gain? So ETFs is just composed of all of these, right? So these companies decided we're going to buy the ETFs of Bitcoin. Forget all the other stuff because I really don't understand crypto. We're going to buy the Bitcoins of ETFs. And as long as everything in this portfolio is moving up, we're going to be able to go ahead and pay out dividends. And paying out dividends is like paying monthly, quarterly, or semi-annually paychecks, right? So now those are called dividends that they pay out from these ETFs. Grayscale, I'm giving y'all some real good stuff, has $15.2 billion under assets under management. The investing strategy is spot Bitcoin. This is Grayscale saying, I'm getting ready to get into Bitcoin. We're really getting ready to go ahead and do some amazing things we can't rate. The expense ratio is 1.50. Oh my gosh. You mean to tell me that you guys are actually paying out dividends on this with a $15 billion cap, right? With these ETFs. So you mean to tell me I can continuously gain money with an actual regulated broker or regulated financial institution and literally make money and then grow my portfolio and gain dividends on these ETFs? Yes. You mean to tell me you guys are going to pay me out monthly or pay me out quarterly by however much in volume I invest in you, and you guys are going to pay me out percentages? Yes. That's how you get dividend checks, because you have took the best of what these ETFs are doing, and they're paying and dispersing out payments just like a paycheck. So the question is to you, well, Lambo, where does that actually bring to me between Bitcoin and dividends? Because you got the B.A.D, right? Well, the biggest thing is this big thing right here, right in the middle, that B.A.D, that B and a A and a D. You have to understand assets, Bitcoin, assets, dividends. This is what the B.A.D of who's bad and understanding of how this investing style is and how it works for you. Lambo, can I get into this? Yes, you can. Can I get into this at just a small percentage? Yes, you can. You don't have to have big money to get into these things. All you have to do is have enough capital to at least begin to start to buy the shares that these ETFs are. And they'll start paying you paychecks in little small money throughout the dividends that they disperse to all of its investors, whether monthly, semi-annually, quarterly, or once every single annual on that, which is once a year. And that's what ETFs are, right? So when you start saying, where do I want to park my money at? Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, iShares, which is huge. They have a $30 billion assets under management. They do spot Bitcoin as well, right? With a 0.12% expense ratio. Amazing. Invesco, Bitcoin Galaxy, right? They have under management $614 million, right, of investments. Vesco is really good. Bitwise, another Bitcoin ETF, they have $2.8 billion, right? ProShares, which is another one, $2.0 billion, 0.9%. They invest, though, in Bitcoin futures, which ProShares is another different level of Bitcoin. But I want to circle in on this one right here. This one right here is called volatility shares, right? Volatility shares is a level of ETFs that it sounds just like it is. It's very volatile. It moves more than the normal ETFs move. It moves based off of the volatility of Bitcoin. But look at the expense ratio. It does not expense 0.95%. It does not expense 0% or 0% or 0.12% or 1.5%. This expense sends out 1.90, almost 2% of leveraged Bitcoin futures. So you mean to tell me, hold on, Lambo, there are some ETFs that I can actually gain much more money by my money actually sitting in there, and there's actually a multiplier on it? Yes. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Those are more safer ETFs. Anything in that Bitcoin space, they're going to make you money. And they're going to expend money or give you money based on your dividends out and pay you out more, whether quarterly, whether monthly, whether semi-annually or annually. They're going to pay you your money out for you just parking money and sitting in there. I don't know what to sit it in there. Get with the portfolio. That's what the professionals do. They decided to go ahead and decide to say, well, we're going to take Bitcoin and we're going to go ahead, man, and put it in these ETFs and all of the things that are with Bitcoin, and we're going to make money off of it. And that's what they do. They make money off of that. Okay? We go down to the very next one, ProShares Short Bitcoin ETF, which is that one. That has a $73.9 million at a 1.33 and a decline in Bitcoin futures. In other words, one is leverage, one is on a decline. One actually makes money when Bitcoin is moving up. The other ETFs makes Bitcoin when Bitcoin is moving down. You mean to tell me I can make money with these ETFs and they pay me out money or quarterly checks, monthly checks, semi-annual checks, or even yearly checks based off of where the money is moving down in Bitcoin or the money is moving up? Yes. You have to remember that there are certain companies are designed so that you can make money and leverage yourself to make money in the longevity. So if you're saying to yourself, hey man, I need to find out how much, my electricity bill is for every month, and I want to park some money because I want my ETFs and my dividend payouts, which is a paycheck that they pay their shareholders out. I need this to be able to pay for my light bills every single 3 months. And when they cut that check, I just pay my light bill for 3 months and I wait for another 3 months. That's leveraging your cash or credit to assets, not liabilities. Those assets that you receive from those dividends or those payouts allow you to be able to pay off the liabilities that you love to have. You may like to go shopping, right? Well, the ETFs and the dividends from that, right, based off of exactly what percentages that you're going to be at and which ones you get into, can actually pay your expense bills to go shopping every single quarter or every single month or every single 6 months. You mean to tell me, Lambo, hey man, I got a phone bill. You mean to tell me that they can pay for my phone bill? Your ETFs can pay quarterly, monthly, semi-annually, or annual checks to you to pay for your cell phone bill. You mean to tell me if I want to take a trip, I can take a trip with dividends for my ETFs? Yes, you can. You can pay your trips from these things being set up. And now you may have to have a lot of capital in some of these ETFs to pay out pretty nice to pay for some of these things, but they'll pay you out dividends and pay you out dividends monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, or annually to take care of your liabilities you have actually made. You mean to tell me, Lambo, hold on, how come nobody told me about this B.A.D, Bitcoin, assets, and dividends? Meaning that these ETFs right here can actually go on ahead and pay me out money consistently, whether money moves up or down, the market is here or the market is there. Yes. Yes. We have so many styles of this style of investing that people get into, and their money is way more safer than some of the crazy stuff that actually people get into. I want you guys to see longevity of what is your number and what are you affording to get yourself into that is paying you out like that. Do you know that you can actually get REITs to pay you out to as well? Real estate investment trust, that some of these REITs actually pay out monthly or pay out quarterly or pay out semi-annually or pay out annually. You can actually make money from parking your money into real estate investment trust. Yes. You can receive paychecks. You can receive nice returns of your money being actually parked into those. So you're saying, Lambo, you mean to tell me that I can make dividend checks and make monthly checks or quarterly checks or semi-quarterly checks from people sitting up in here and parking a lot of money or parking a nice amount of money into things that they have actually put together for a package for me? Yes. Yes. Straight yes. There is no level of you saying that this is getting ready to tank all the way down like some other stuff. That tanks down and then literally it's not there no more. The reason why these big companies, and I mean, I just named only 7, right? They got so many other ETFs and other investment styles that will blow your mind, that are way safe, that literally allow you to make money and leverage the money that you have and get back monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, or annual checks from you actually investing into their portfolios. Again, this is why we are here. Do you guys know what covered calls is? That's another strategy style where it makes money where it goes up or makes money where it goes down. Covered calls is another strategy that allows you to be able to make consistent passive money. And people make money every single month and every single month and a quarter or every single semi-annually or annually with covered calls that they take trips, that they are actually able to take and expense money from the covered calls, which is a call or a put options, people who don't understand that. And they're able to make money based off of who is actually leveraging the account and exactly how the covered calls are actually doing. So there are more safer risk that I tell people. You can actually park your money and actually make consistent monthly, quarterly, semi-annually, or annual returns off of your money being parked into some amazing places in amazing companies that literally are leveraged for you to win. And it takes all of that big risk level, right? Of you're saying, I'm hoping that this actually happens. I'm hoping that this actually happens. No, you know exactly what you're getting ready to get back. Hey, I'm getting ready to make 3%. I'm getting ready to make 5%. I'm getting ready to make 2% a month. I'm getting ready to make 6% or 7% or 15%, whatever that is. You know exactly what you're getting ready to make. and you're making it on a grand scale. Not just somebody who's just saying, hey, man, let me get your money and then boom, the money is blown. No, these are actually publicly traded companies that literally are doing some large scales, but they have more volume in them that I hopefully that you will actually look at this and say, Lambo, I'm going to do my research. And I'm thinking that I'm going to get partnered in and get into some of those. We're going to have some amazing people come to this show and literally going to talk even more about what I just expounded to you about being bad, Bitcoin, assets, and dividends, this ETF space that allow you to be able to make consistent money, worry-free money, stress-free money, than some of the things that you have actually taken advantage of or have not able to be profitable in. I hope, man, that you enjoyed this tonight. I hope that this tonight allowed you to see who's really bad when you're actually going into this new year, in this new term, of some things that you're saying, you know what, Lambo, I needed to be structured on this style of investing because this style of investing is actually paying for my lights, paying for my phone, paying for my trip, paying for my gas, paying for my electricity, paying for my cable, paying for those things that literally are liabilities than rather assets, because my assets have been lined up to cash flow from the dividends that I'm actually receiving out. Listen, I really want you guys to win. And I want y'all to win big. We got some more amazing things that we're going to cover on this show, but I really wanted to break that down for some people, man, who really wanted to learn where do I really park my money? What do I need to really park my money into? What is really safe out here that I can actually sleep at night, wake up in the morning, catch a plane ride, go wherever, and go about my life, and I'm safe. These things that I'm actually talking to you about, way less risky and way more safer than some of the things that people are actually out here promoting. My name's Lambo Drew, man. I really want you to go ahead and like and subscribe to this show, to this content, because we're going to continuously to keep bringing amazing things to you that level you up and really help change you and push you into the next level, because our plan and our desire is for you to win. My desire is for you to win. Listen, don't take my word on it. Take everything that I've said and literally go do research on it yourself. Find an accredited investor. This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial investor. I just wanted to show you some things of my research and my journey that I'm doing that is actually allowing to level me and my family up. Hopefully allows you to level your family up. Telling you what, if you take this advice, go do some research, go get with an accredited investor, and go get with somebody who knows what they're doing. It's got literally papers behind him and all that good stuff, the real stuff. You can see some stuff from years to come, and it'll allow you to really be able to level up like never before, and you'll thank me later. I want to shake some of y'all's hands. I want to hug some of y'all's necks. I really want to grab some of y'all and let you guys know that I am definitely here for you guys, because your wealth is expanded because of the knowledge and the information that we drop right here on the Leverage Show. I love you guys, man. I see everybody in the chat, man. Definitely, I hope you guys, man, have a great weekend. I see my guy. He's in the building, man. Larry Moore, good to see you, man. Thank you, Larry, man. I see you in the building, man. My guy Demetrius is in the building. Coach D, shout out to you, Coach D, man. Doing Lambo, do what it do, Lambo. I am my brother's keeper. I appreciate you, man. You know what time it is, man. Coach D is that one, man. I'm telling you, he's always keeping in the buck every chance I get. Issa's in the building, man. Happy Thursday, family. I will watch the replay. Please catch this replay. Hopefully and everything, man, you enjoyed it. Issa, it was so great to talk with you yesterday, man. It was so great to hear some good news that is happening from you, man. Blessings, everyone, Issa says, man. Issa with the fire emoji, man. I really appreciate you, man, for that. With the love emoji. Shout out to you for that. My wonderful wife showing love to Issa. Issa showing love to my wonderful wife. Julie showing love to Issa. You know you don't show love to IC in the building. Issa showing love to Julie, man. Shout out to you, Nick Hollis, man. Money is in the building, man. You know the money bags. We're going to definitely keep dropping that money leverage to you so you guys can keep winning. Issa showing the money bags. That's the only way we know how to do around here. Continue to keep doing what we're doing. My wonderful wife just said, great show, man. Julie with the fire emojis and the praying hands for my guy, Issa. I appreciate y'all. Listen, busy, great day today, even busy, great day tomorrow. Great week. I hope everybody has an amazing weekend. Do some research, like really do some research Reach out to some amazing people. If you need some amazing connections and some things that you're trying to do, reach out to me and my team, man, and I will definitely help point you in the right direction that will make your life a whole lot better one, a stress-free one. I love you guys, man. Until next time, it's been your boy Lambo Drew. It's been my honor to have you on here this show to let you know who's bad in my Michael Jackson voice. Bitcoin, assets, and dividends. Till next time, we out of here. I love you guys. Take care. God bless.